What's going on, guys? The Iceman here, the man with the plan, the man with the knowledge, the man with the wrestling news, the Iceman V2013, aka the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel. And gosh, watching all this stuff about TNA and Spike TV. Spike TV has decided not to renew TNA wrestling this coming fall. So TNA has to try to uh, scatter around and try to find another network. I don't know whether they will or not. And I think it's a shame. There's a lot of rumors going around that Vince Russo's the reason. Spike, for some reason, has something against Vince Russo. I just think that's an excuse. I don't think it has anything to do with Vince Russo at all. And it's unfortunate, too, because TNA Impact Wrestling has improved in their ratings. Not a real lot, but they have gone up. And I don't know what Spike's looking for, but I do know this. I think they're going to extend their Bellator to 2 hours, and that's going to take up, probably the time slot. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But if, in fact, TNA does lose Spike TV, which obviously they're going to, and they can't find another network, I think, unfortunately, this could be the demise of TNA wrestling. Um, you know, Spike, if they're indeed complaining about ratings, TNA was one of the highest rated shows on that network. Spike TV is not the best network in the world, let's face it. Not all cable companies even offer Spike TV. So, with that being said, I think Spike probably reached a deal with probably Bellator, and maybe with Spike's new fall lineup, they didn't have a place to put TNA. But how can you not? I mean, they've been there since 2005. They've been a staple at Spike TV, and if indeed TNA cannot find another network, it'll be a sad day if TNA does eventually close down because without a network, you can't really keep your business going. Ring of Honor has found a way to do it with their paid online streaming, but this to me would be a step way backwards for TNA, and I honestly don't think it would work. And it's unfortunate because I've enjoyed TNA immensely in the last number of weeks. I myself think the show has been really, really good. And after reading this last night and watching numerous videos on this subject, it's sort of like depressing for a wrestling fan because we have an upcoming new promotion, coming up pretty soon with Global Force Wrestling. We already have Ring of Honor. We have the WWE, which gets so much exposure. They run it down your throat, but sometimes you this is why a lot of people turn the channel on the WWE because we see so much of it. And it's refreshing to see a one night a week wrestling program and promotion like TNA Wrestling. And it's very disturbing. TNA does have a few months left. I believe the contract runs out at the end of September. And, the rumors, like I said, being Vince Russo is just totally ridiculous. I mean, a lot of people are wondering why TNA even is involved with Vince Russo. Well, something, they're trying to find ways to improve their product. Vince Russo was a genius in the WWF. Um, he tried his talent at the WCW, and a lot of people said he failed there. But if you read up on the whole situation with WCW, a lot of the superstars just would not cooperate with Vince Russo, and that's why Vince Russo ended up leaving WCW. They wouldn't work with him, and that's the bottom line. Vince Russo, is a great mind for professional wrestling, and I think all in all he could end up helping TNA out a bit. But now we have this obstacle in our way, with TNA now having to find another network to go back on. Whether they go back to Fox remains to be seen. I guess there are other options out there, but with just a few months to go, I I have to honestly believe that Dixie Carter had to know that this, you know, very much could happen. So I'm hoping that deep down that she has looked into other options and maybe she is prepared for the fact that Spike was not going to renew them. And hopefully she has done her homework and found a new home for TNA. Because if not, and we lose TNA wrestling, I think it's a big hurt in the world of professional wrestling. And, you know, you get a new one coming in, you have one going out possibly. Now, a lot of people are talking about maybe Jeff Jarrett is getting a contract with Spike TV. I don't think so. I think we would have heard more about it if it was to happen. Um, what would I think if Jarrett did get a contract with Spike TV? Well, it would sort of bother me because Jarrett left TNA. I mean, he was the founder of TNA, but I would hope that he wouldn't have any hard feelings, after all this time since leaving, because to me he should have moved on and whatnot. So hopefully this is not the case. I don't think it is, but I do hope that Dixie does find another network because I think in the world of professional wrestling, if there was no TNA, it would be a huge, huge gap, a huge, huge hole to fill, a hole filled with emptiness for all us really big professional wrestling fans out there. So, unfortunately, this is what we're looking forward to at this point in time. Hopefully, TNA comes up with a solution, and hopefully, it comes up a lot sooner than later. Because if they go down to the last few days or last few weeks, the hope gets thinner and thinner and thinner. So, this is the Iceman on the Jeffrey O's YouTube channel. The Iceman V2013. Monday Night Raw tonight. Yeah. Talking about Monday Night Raw and I'm worried about TNA. But, it is what it is. So, peace out, everybody.